In a nation searching for truth and transformation, one man continues to rise above barriers, a voice of faith, justice, and courage. This is Dr. Reuben Kigame, a scholar, musician, preacher, and advocate for justice, whose life's work speaks to the conscience of the nation. Dr. Reuben Kigame was born in Bunyore, Vihiga County, where his journey began despite of losing physical sight at a young age. With unwavering stamina, he has continued to rise above every challenge, using his voice and music to inspire hope and courage.
You know, Paul told Timothy something. He said, Timothy, let nobody look down on you because you are young. Do not let anyone look down on you just because you are young, but be an example. Yeah, be an example in life, in the way, in your character, your conduct, your speech. Be an example.
From the national grassroots, Kigame's message is simple. Kenya deserves better.
We know for sure that Kenya is in a bad place. And Kenya has been turned into an economic play game, a playhouse for business people. They trade with our lives. We want people at the center, not so that we can exploit them, not so that we can impose taxes, heavier and heavier taxes, not so that we can ask what we can get from them. We must begin to have the conversation of what we give to people, not what we get out of them.
Dr. Kigame's influence extends beyond his music. A presidential aspirant in 2022, although he was denied the chance by IEBC. But that never meant the limit. Leadership is not always leading people, but also leading yourself, and he hacked the code. Dr. Reuben Kigame believes in change-making and good leadership that is centered in serving the people.
You know, what the world really lacks and what the world wants to see are people of example, people of character. Because everybody says, no, it can't be done, everybody's doing it, When you stand out as a youth and demonstrate that it can be done, you become a leader, you become a trailblazer, you become a change maker, you become a hero, you become an important person, both in God's economy of things, but also in society.
One of his viral hashtags has been Lipo Tumaini. There is hope for good leadership, justice, and humanity. In July 28, he declared about his candidacy in Nairobi as he approaches the 2027 presidential race.
Mimi niko tayari kujiweka mbele kutetea Wakenya wanaotaka utu na wanaotaka haki na wanaotaka maadili. Hili tangazo.
Dr. Reuben Kigame's philosophy revolves around utu, haki, na maadili, which is humanity, justice, and values. This is what he had to say about the Building Bridges initiative way back in 2020. Being mindful of values, he suggested a VBI instead of the BBI.
We need to go back to the value building initiative.
Right.
Because if we build that, then we'll be able to get where we need to go faster and more effectively.
He even talks about the dangers that come by negligence of values.
If we don't do that, we'll find that, like the animals that build this huge tower, you get to the top and you need one more stone to complete the building, and you begin to suggest, let's pull down the foundation stone.
Right.
So that's what has happened. We have forgotten who we are. Limited people, first of all, who need God's guidance, and God's value system that He's put in our hearts, the right and wrong. And then we've also forgotten that people come first.
Dr. Reuben Kigame's philosophy didn't just start recently. It is an aspect that has been featured in his preaching for years and years back, before he even declared about his candidacy. The following interview took place 14 years ago with WJTL Radio abroad.
We just found that, a life based on values and God's word actually does make someone live a very, very happy life. And we wanted to capture that in radio.
He has been on the front line to ensure that democracy in Kenya is upheld.
Kigame boasts of being among the few Kenyans who participated in the repealing to Section 2A of the then Constitution during President Moi's regime, which gave birth to the multi-party system.
Dr. Reuben Kigame's dream of becoming president was pushed by a number of factors, one of them being poor and failing leadership.
And if God was to give you another chance, a wish, what would it be, Reuben?
To be the president.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you serious?
I am damn serious.
Go on.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I see a lot of what they don't see.
Wow.
And I see it different. If I was given a chance to be president, there are only three things I would do.
Go on.
One, ensure that everybody understands that people come first.
Bad leadership is driven by catastrophes like tribalism, mental slavery, and pride. Perhaps you need an awakening. And like the Gen Zs, for Kigame, it's time for change.
Kigame! Kigame! Reuben!
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them are gonna stop all the time. How long shall they kill our prophets? Why will stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, not to fulfill the whole. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song. These songs of freedom. Redemption song.
To Reuben Kigame, justice, advocacy, and good leadership is more than a calling. Dr. Reuben Kigame confirms that justice is not one-sided. It works all round. In his song Home for Christmas, he condemns child abuse and enlightens people about the dangers of it.
She was brought to the city at the age of 9 to work as a house girl for Marie. Her little hands worked hard till late at night to earn 600 shillings every month. For 2 years now she's pleaded with Marie, please pay me so I could go home for Christmas. But Marie would scream and curse right into the neighborhood. So one more time the little girl chose to try.
Dr. Reuben Kigame earned his doctorate at African International University, focusing on how gospel music can serve as a powerful tool for justice advocacy. In his research, he explored three impactful luminaries from different parts of the world, that is Mahalia Jackson, Garth Hewitt, and from Kenya we have Juliani.
Niko njaa hata siwezi karanga, ohe hae shagala bagala, niko tayari kulipa gharama, sitasimama maovu yakitawala, sitasimama maovu yakitawala.
Dr. Reuben Kigame not only talks about these things, but he also puts them into practice. From leading demonstrations that advocate for justice to supporting those who are in need. In June 2024, when the nation's youth took to the streets demanding justice and accountability, Dr. Reuben Kigame did not watch from the sidelines. He stood shoulder to shoulder with them, not as a politician, but as a father figure and a mentor. His presence among the protesters sent a powerful message that the cry for justice transcends age and status. It is a moral duty. On the other hand, his interaction with the youth has given him popularity and fame among the Gen Z. He has become their favorite, proved on social media interactions, and the following video is just one of the insightful analytics about the same, done by Gashi Skyman TV.
He's the man behind the famous song Twaomba uwepo wako uwe nasi. They are completely fed up with the current regime. Over 90% of the Gen Zs are completely fed up with the current administration. Who do they want, ladies and gentlemen? And that is the question. And that is where now Reuben Kigame's name, I think, is coming up. They want a revolutionarist. They want somebody who is going to bring what happened in Europe. I think it was in the 18th century when we had the Industrial Revolution and the Agrarian Revolution that started in Britain. They want a situation, a man who is going to revive the economy, a man who is going to start industries, a man who is thinking about them. They want servant leadership. They don't want a selfish leader. If you look at Reuben Kigame is a university don. He teaches at the university. This one has given him a forum to interact a lot with the youth. These are the Gen Zs and the universities. First years, second years, third years, fourth years, others in fifth year. These are the kind of people Reuben Kigame is interacting with. These are the people that are watching Reuben Kigame.
Let's talk about impact training. Reuben Kigame mentors young men and women in ethics, governance, and faith-driven leadership, shaping voices that will define Kenya's tomorrow. He doesn't just teach us about leadership. He teaches us about service, integrity, and love for people. Justice has been the heartbeat of Kigame's public life. In 2025, he took a bold step, filing a case at the Milimani Law Courts alongside his lawyer, Imanyara Gitobu. His petition seeks accountability for the abductions and killings of young protesters, a stand few leaders have dared to take.
We filed this case so that this matter can be escalated to the international community. And I hope that envoys receiving this, that international media, and all that are concerned with what has been happening in Kenya will escalate this so that the whole world knows that Kenya has become a police state.
This case is scheduled for hearing this month. Dr. Reuben Kigame also moves around the country spreading the message of hope, love, and humanity. Dr. Reuben Kigame believes in equality and education for all.
I have a dream where all children go to school, where the guilty are condemned and the innocent defended, where none will die from biting poverty.
On education, he shares statistics that could steer Kenya to free education.
And we will be able to give free education to every child, because you only need about 298 billion to do so. That means the rest goes down the drain. This is an institution of learning. I challenge you to look at those statistics vis-a-vis where we are, and make sure we make this louder, that Kenya deserves to give its children free education.
His advocacy extends beyond the streets and the courts, even into the music industry, where he has long championed fair treatment for artists and called for reform in the Kenya's creative economy.
I have a dream of a nation of the Lord, where people love to speak the truth and live in peace.
For Kigame, justice is not just a slogan, it is a way of life. Whether in a song, sermon, or struggle, he remains the voice of the conscience for a wounded generation. In his journey, Dr. Reuben Kigame harmoniously blends the power of music and advocacy, showing that true change is possible. Through his research and unwavering dedication, he inspired a future where justice and hope coexist. Even in the face of adversity, his resilience and vision continue to resonate, leaving an indelible mark for the quest of a better tomorrow. Dr. Reuben Kigame stands not just as a leader, but as a beacon of hope and transformation. His dedication to justice, compassion, and progress resonates deeply in every Kenyan. Across the digital landscape and in the vibrant hearts of the youth, a powerful movement is unfolding through the soulful rhythms of reggae.
Kigame, you're the president we want. You put the youth in a peaceful man. Kigame, you're the Gen Z's choice. Chanu say you can't peace man. Kigame, you're the president.
And the heartfelt lyrics of community-driven anthems. We witness a generation that believes in his vision, from promises of economic reform and lower taxes to heartfelt dedication to social work and activism. Each note and word is a testament to the impact Dr. Reuben Kigame has made. As we come to a close of this journey, Dr. Reuben is a wake-up call for a brighter future. He is more than a candidate. He is the people's choice. Dr. Reuben Kigame is not a candidate to ignore come the 2027 presidential race. Let your vote count.